Hello everyone. Happy Sunday. Let's wait for YouTube to kick in. It's so hot here. Hang tight until we get some people in. Oh, see if I can turn that off while I'm at it. Hold tight, everyone. Okay. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. How are you? Happy Sunday. Let me know if you can see and hear me fine. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking hot. How are you? How are you? Can you see and hear me? It's like 2 minutes late. But I'm here this week. Hello, Huga. How are you, darling? Hello, Paul Honeyman. I was only like 2 minutes late. I didn't know where everybody was. Just let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for all the emails on the troll situation. Hello, Sniper. Happy Sunday, everyone that's coming in. Don't forget, you come in, pop out. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We're just going to catch up. Like I said, I was 2 minutes late. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you, Suzanne. I did see that, and I couldn't find a setting to where I could put it where you would have to be subscribed in order to get into the live. So, couldn't find it in the settings. So how is everyone this Sunday? Bunch of bad storms. No internet last Sunday. Hello, KP. How are you? And if you have the ability to share this out, please go ahead and do so. And yeah, we'll get into some conversations tonight. My first live in over 2 weeks. Oh yeah, how's your... Might be in the YouTube studio app. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I didn't see it under the settings that they give you in this. So, yeah, so that's why no live last Sunday, because of internet problems. And doing the best I could do. Let me see here. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, says KP. Thank you, KP. Greatly appreciate it. We have Huga in the house. Hello, Huga. How are you? How's everything going? How's your new puppy? There she is, the lady of the hour, Miss Laura. Hello, how are you, Laura? PC is a temp fix for now. I need a new one ASAP. My car is still in the garage being repaired. I did see that. You were parked. At least you weren't in it. Thank God for that. They're going to cover it. So that's a blessing. Everyone, we have Miss Laura in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. I was just telling Suzanne, Laura, that I couldn't find the settings to make it to where, you know, trolls can't come in. So, I have to figure it out. My internet BF. How is everyone's garden going? I didn't really think that it was going to affect me this year, but it is pretty bad. I was going to write in the title grateful but unhappy, and I didn't get a chance because I was already running late, so that might be the title after the live's over. Very grateful, but just not happy. Different things. Try but otherwise my usual jury yourself. This battery, as far as I know, something is wrong with the vehicle brakes. Oh, it sounds like it. Laura says my green beans are not doing good at all, unfortunately. Why is that? Do you have them planted close enough together? So in case you're new here, welcome, happy Sunday. Taking a break from gardening due to, my circumstances. But you can go back and look. I've been slowly working on some playlists. I think it's the one where I grew all this food. I can look. I was hoping you could tell me. Yeah, I need a little bit of information. Are they yellow? Do you not have them planted close enough together? Because bush beans like nitrogen and they love being planted close together. So let me see so I can tell the moderators what the playlist is. Nope, spacing's on point. Close, on point. Let's see. Let me get to me and then I'll tell you the playlist that it's under because I've been slowly but surely working on it. And 350,000 views. How do you like that? That's in the picture. Let's see. I'm a winter growing all this food. It ended up being where I was with Shed Wars. I'm trying to take the hashtags out because I don't respect that group at all, but I did join them as per suggested by Boom, but it was kind of like a nightmare. So a lot of my good videos are in that playlist. And it was also where my phone was getting overheated because, that garden was in full sun until I realized there was a free editing software. But I'm a winner growing all of this food and it has 58 videos in there. So I don't know. I planted square foot gardened my bush beans and I did probably about 12 to 16 and then going down nice tight. Had a bug infestation on the first round for early spring, ripped them all out. I had the let me think, the green bean beetle bug known as the mustard bug in Texas. Rested the soil for 2 weeks and then tried it again. I didn't quit. And I had so many beans, I didn't know what to do. Hello, Ange. Let me see. Angie in the house saying hello. That nursery this year, I bought a job lots. We're already 4 foot tall, but my pole beans are not growing. Huh. Hello, P-Pops. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. No bugs, not at least yet. Well, that's my only thing I can tell you. I mean, is there any discoloring going on with the beans? Do they just seem stunted? You could do coffee grounds in case you can't afford to amend the soil. But like I said, bush beans, unless you're doing like the pole beans, then they would need a trellis. Hi there, he says. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, if you're doing the pole beans, obviously you have to trellis them. But I swear by bush beans, and all I ever do is just cow, Epstoma, pure organic food, and nitrogen. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know what's going on. Are they in a really sunny area, or are they part shade, part sun? I've had my bush beans in just pure sun. I have white half runner's mill. This is the kind of beans I like, and I like to can them. I don't know if I did the white half runners. So it's not a bush bean. Hello, brook trout. Hello, everyone. My beans died. Too hot. We finally have some rain. Yeah, we got some storms the other night. Off and on, thunder and lightning, downpours, you know, all that jazz. But I'm really missing gardening and, you know, full sun. I have no shade, and I have them on a fence. Okay, so you're doing the ones that go up. Anyone that comes in, the moderators will post your channel if you have a channel. And, yeah. So let me think. Maybe some blood meal. Actually, what I really do like as a fertilizer is, okay, what are you doing? Is I like to use some blood meal. Give them some fertilizer and then water it in. I don't like using that blood meal without watering it in because, you know, I had a bad experience with it, but we've not had a bit of rain here since I don't know when. It's been a while. There's Robin. Everyone say hello to Garden Say So and So. Saying hello, everyone. So you can go in and look at how I do my bush beans by going into my playlist that says I'm a winner growing all this food. I just have to finish working on that this week because I need to take out the shed wars factor. Let's see, we're in a severe drought. I think we've had about 8 inches. My friend Angie is on here. Her sister's in Florida, and she was saying that she was getting a bunch of rain. But I know, you know, different sections of Florida. My sprinklers in the garden, so it gets plenty of water now. So you have the fish emulsion, Laura? Because you can use a tablespoon of that in a watering can and do it down at the root and then water it in. Well, this week coming up, we're going to be in extremely hot temperatures, extremely hot. So that's going to be interesting. Lots of water. Drink your water, folks. So I figured we would do some gardening talk, and then I'll get into some other talk. I had mentioned to Laura, I don't have any, but I can get some milk. Okay, it's a tablespoon to a gallon. So if you have a gallon of milk, just rinse it out really, really good. Clean it out. That's what I did. And then I put the F on it so nobody knew to touch that one. And it's a tablespoon of the liquid fish emulsion, you know, to a gallon of water. And just water them at the roots. They might need some fertilizer. Let's see. So you think if I put some fish emulsion, hold on. Yeah, but please do it down at the root. Don't do it on the plant because they're in blazing sun and you're having some drought there and you don't want to burn the plant. And after you soak it all at each one of your bean plants, then go in with the hose, give it a good soak, and should be good. Cora, hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Hello, happy Sunday, welcome in. It was so dang hot here today. It was miserable. Yeah, it's humid. We're about like 59% humidity. But this upcoming week will be in the high 90s and the humidity is going to be just awful. Hello, Erin. How are you? Well, not so much the water, Laura, but the fish emulsion. So long story short, I did it to some of my tomato plants. I went right down at the root. This was a while back with fish emulsion, and I got up the next day and they had one leaf on it. That's why I'm saying do the fish emulsion, dilute a tablespoon to a gallon, pour it at the roots of the plants, and then soak it down in with the hose, even after, you know. How are you, Erin? Happy Sunday. I did say welcome in, Cora. What's the last name? Tomlin? Well, I don't like to butcher anyone's name, but welcome in. Good to see you. Remember, coming in, going out, please make sure you smash the thumbs up button. That would really help out a lot. But I figured we would do some gardening talk straight out of the gate and get into some other subjects. Oh, it was way up there today here. Unfortunately, I've been working on my pool all week and still trying to get it back going. It's still not up and running. Erin says, doing well, just got off of work. Risks, gotta go to the doctor's Tuesday. It's always something, isn't it? It really is. How am I? Well, the title of this live was going to be Grateful but Not Happy. So, you know, and only I can fix that, or try to fix it. So, a couple different subjects we were going to get on tonight. But a couple people are having some bean problems, so I figured we'll tackle that first, since I was 2 minutes late. Oh, it's running, but for some reason the salt ain't making any chlorine. Oh, okay. That's how you feel, Brooke? Grateful but not happy? Yeah. Yep, so let's see. We'll do another gardening topic that I was going to talk about, I think, last week, but then with the issues and the internet and whatnot. You know, that was that. There was no live last Sunday. But I previously, like the year before, said that I would get into talking about Comfrey, in case you weren't familiar with it. Let's see. Yeah, so back to Comfrey. Pam, my friend Pam from California, sent me like 2 different types. They're both at Debbie's, by the way. They're mine. And basically, they grow really big green leaves. I was telling Laura, like, different benefits to having them, to where you can, if you have fruit trees, you can plant it. I'm going to try as soon as I can. It won't be anytime soon because of other things going on, but I was going to go down and, you know, you could take a pretty full-grown Comfrey plant and you can divide it up. It looks like a little piece of wood about that long, and you would plant it this way in the ground, not this way. Highly recommend it for anyone that has fruit trees. It also will stop weeds. It's also, you can use it in your garden. You can pluck the leaves off and you can put it in a bucket or a quart-sized jar and pour hot water over it. I wouldn't really let it steep any longer than maybe 3 days because it really stinks. But if you can't afford a fertilizer, Comfrey is a great one, absolutely a great one. And it also has some medicinal purposes to it as well. So, and it could be free. You would have it on your property for like forever. Let's see. So, you can use it, chickens like it too, by the way. You can just pluck the leaves off. You can use it as a fresh mulch. You can dry it and use it as a dry mulch around your plants. It's a fertilizer. You can make a tea out of it. I learned a lot about Comfrey and absolutely love it. And both of my plants are at Debbie's, planted in the ground. When I can get there, I will dig it up and try to send Laura, you know, a piece or 2 out of it. But, yeah. Yeah, Mel told me she was sending me some shit in the mail, but it's still forgotten it. Because I haven't been down there. There's lots of things going on, girl. But yeah, I would highly suggest if you know someone or you can get it at your local greenhouse or something like that, ask them for Comfrey. It's great. I can recommend Little Mountain Ranch. You can go to her video on her rhubarb, where she has it around her tree and near her rhubarb, and it's gigantic. I mean, it's gigantic. One of her leaves are like about this big, if not bigger. And she has it around her fruit trees as well. So with the prices of everything and inflation, just figured you should know, some gardening tricks when it comes to comfrey. It's really, really good for your soil, along with sunflowers. Comfrey will go down pretty deep and it pulls up the good nutrients that your plants need. So that's a bonus right there. And it's a weed barrier. And it's also pretty affordable once you can get your hands on it, because then you can split it like a chive plant and put multiples on your property. My biggest suggestion is using it in the garden and putting it around your fruit trees. So, yeah, I did say it looks, I couldn't explain it to Laura as many times as I tried. I told her it looks like a piece of poop or a stick about this big. And you literally plant it right to left in the soil, which is how Pam taught me. That's where I got mine. And, I left some on the property at Jimmy's, and I put 2 over at Debbie's, and she put them in the ground. So I will try my darndest to get some of those pieces off, so I can at least send at least 2 pieces to Laura. Once you get it established, I mean, you can just hack the leaves and they'll just keep coming back. And if you want just a picture of like comfrey, I don't know if it'll help you out because it doesn't know justice, but the leaves are enormous. These are the leaves right here, but humongous, and they will get flowers if you let it go to bloom. I have been ripping all my nails off and taking my nails with it. They've been bleeding and very, very sore. It's been a hassle because, can't get there to get my nails done. It wasn't a priority. So there's that. Let's see. My peach tree is so full of peaches. Oh my gosh, I want some of them too right now. I'm just gonna keep praying no bugs get them before they ripen. Well, if they're at the decent size that you want those peaches to be, I mean, you can pluck them and bring them in to ripen. But I don't know if you're planning on preserving them, canning them, just got to keep your eye on them. What did Paul do now? Oh my goodness, Paul, that sounds terrible. He needs a helmet and a full body suit. Million peaches, peaches for me, millions peaches, peaches for free. One of my favorite songs. I never heard that one before. That's funny. Oh goodness, Laura, I bet she did. Okay, well then let them get bigger, but you're gonna have to literally watch them every day. Oh, I'm sure. Never mind. Gonna write a lot of peaches. Okay, so just wanted to tell you a little bit about the comfrey. I had it all written out in a book and I don't have it, but the more information I've been looking up on comfrey, and all the benefits to having it in your garden, that I didn't realize that there was medicinal. Did you hear I just said that? Medicinal, let me speak properly. Like, you can use it on sprains, bruises, and breaks. You can turn the comfrey into a salve, which would be using it with cocoa camera, which would be using it with bee honey. Okay. So let's see, I'll give you just a couple. So medicinal uses, the herb is valuable. It's considered as an herb. That is healing of the skin and wounds if you have any of those. The press of the root or the leaves can be applied directly to the skin, made into a salve. It inhibits the growth of bacteria, helping to prevent infections, minimizes scarring, which boosts cell growth and repair. It also is an excellent anti-inflammatory and relieves pain, inflammation, and swelling in joints, muscles. Comfrey tea is best used to alleviate stomach problems, heavy menstrual bleeding, bloody urine, breathing problems, cancer, chest pains. Be careful with internal use. You know, there is a warning. Also check with your doctor. It can also be gargled to treat gum disease or sore throat. It also helps with sprains, bruises, and breaks. Back pain. I'm just trying to see what Coco's doing. Back pain, you can use Comfrey root, the root of it. Salves to treat back pain applied 3 times a day. It relieves bone and joint pain. Osteoporosis, coughs, congestion, and asthma. Like a Comfrey tea treats coughs, congestion, asthma. The herb reduces the inflammation and soothes irritation. Minor skin injuries, burns, rashes, eczema, psoriasis, and wounds. If you wanted a recipe for Comfrey salve, you'll need Comfrey root and or leaves to fill a pint, which is a 500 milliliter jar, 1 cup of organic olive oil, 1/4 cup of beeswax or more. You allow the Comfrey leaves and the root to dry, removing any excess moisture. This can be done in a low oven dehydrator or by leaving them out in a warm place for a few days. Turn the oven on to the lowest setting, of course. And what else? Place the dried leaves and the chopped root pieces into the jar. Add 1 cup of the olive oil. Place the open jar in the oven. Allow the oil to warm and infuse for 90 minutes. Remove the jar from the oven and cover with a cool cloth. When cool, place the lid on the jar and allow it to steep for 2 to 3 weeks in a cool, dark place. Strain the oil, removing the leaves and root. Combine the oil and the beeswax in a pot and warm gently until the beeswax is melted. It's like a 4-to-1 ratio of oil to beeswax. So you literally, I have, let me see if it's in here. Oh, I have, this is totally different, but I have Calendula salve right there. That came from Bountiful Harvest. Love her. And I was having a lot of problems with my hands, like my skin, and it solved it instantly. But you can get these amber jars and do the same thing with the Comfrey and the olive oil, and it will look just like this, because it's got beeswax in it. Amazing. Even calendula, this is amazing for the skin, but also, and it smells amazing. But you can also do it with, you can also make it with the Comfrey salve. Let's see. So what else? And then you'll just basically do it to the desired consistency that you want. But you can get these bottles off of Amazon and you can purchase the beeswax. So if you're already a person that has Comfrey, you can make your own salves, burns, cuts, yada yada. When it comes to eating it, I would suggest talk to your doctor, but they have it where it's in a tea form. So there's that. Let's see. I'll get it growing and get her to write down everything. I can use it for, yeah, it's good information. Like, it's an all-around good thing to grow then. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, my friend Angie could use some now. Hello, Jason Avers. Thank the good Lord he made critters that like to eat rats. Otherwise, the meat would go to waste. Absolutely. Hello, and happy Sunday. Let's see. Okay, I was up on that. Sounds like a great pest repellent. Hello, Twisted. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Plantain, chickweed, bee balm mint, olive oil, and wax per usual. If you have wintergreen, that is a great one too for antiseptics. Absolutely. Right now, just on the Comfrey one, because I've had a lot of questions about it. It was been meaning to get to it, it just didn't. But this one is done with Comfrey. So if you want to grow Comfrey flowers, you would let the flowers dry out. You basically would do the same consistency. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers in here and all the moms that had to be dads too. So happy Father's Day, everyone. But you could do the same consistency with Comfrey flowers. You let them dry and then purchase your beeswax from like Amazon or whatever. And then you're going to do, 4-to-1 ratio, melt it down. And I got this from the beautiful Bountiful Harvest and I love it. As you can see, I had a serious like skin problem going on with my hands. That's how much I use, which is not bad. And I save it. And it has a mint smell and it's so good. Calendula, because this is the peppermint one. Calendula is another remarkable flower. Once you have it in your garden, you'll always have it. And there's a lot of different medicinal properties to that as well. But I just mainly wanted to touch on Comfrey because I love mine. So like I said, it'll treat minor skin injuries like burns, rashes, wounds. Speaking of wounds, let's give lots of prayers to Robin from Garden State Stow and Sew, who happened to walk by glass earlier this evening and split her leg open and had to get a tetanus shot and 6 stitches. So, lots of prayers for her. Opium legally? No. Yep. Thumbs up for all the dads and the moms that had to be dads too. So happy Father's Day, Paul. Don't start. I'll get you something in a minute. I tried to get eucalyptus and wintergreen to grow here, but getting 2 out of the 4 super anesthetic herbs is good enough. That's very true. Comfrey salve is good stuff. Yep. It sure is. So I'm glad Hoog is here to vouch for that. And it's like I said, you can also, use it for a fertilizer for your garden. It's absolutely amazing. I have a whole lot more on it, but we can always, pick up on that a little bit more later. And then Comfrey is the yellow flower. Calendula. Mine were yellowish orange. And they attract bees. They do really, really good. And you would just pluck the flowers off. I'm sure Jean has them grown in her garden because they will reseed themselves. And you pick the flowers off. You can dehydrate them. You can put them in the oven nice and low and slow. And then it's the same thing, like a 4-to-1. And you use a really good olive oil. And then you can use whatever scent you want. This happens to be peppermint. And this is a calendula that I won from her channel a while back. This got lost with all the hustle bustle, moving, glamping, all that jazz. And I found it. I still do not have all myself, believe this or not. Yes, ma'am, may I help you? Would you like to say hello? Is it time for your camera shot? Come here. John. Come on. Come here. Up. Oh, Coco wants her moment. Everyone say hello to Miss Coco Chanel. Say hi, Kokomo. No. Say hello. We got Miss Coco in the house. Thank you, Suzanne. I've never tried growing either of those before. They're great. You will love it. It doesn't have to be the perfect herb. It just needs to be one that will do its job joyfully, so you will always have it. Amen, Jason Avers. Like I said, if you're new here, I always used to tell everyone that Jason Avers is like a walking encyclopedia. And I love him. Call him a tree guy. Get a live demonetized. Yep, thank you for taking care of that. As long as she's not giving medical advice, she's okay. Yeah, no. If you want to do the medicinal way, check that out with your doctor if you're going to eat it internally. And I suggest you don't make your own to then eat it. But for using it for your garden and for burns and scrapes and bruises and, sprains and back pain and all that, you're good to go. But I'm not a doctor. I just know it works. Poppies are legal and pretty. Yep. Let's see. My girl, she says. Thanks, Ange. Beautiful Cocoa. Cocoa Pop. I love that. What I saw, okay. Yes, definitely check out my friend, Mr. Jason Avers, who is, again, a walking encyclopedia, knows a lot about trees and all that jazz. Say hello to Aunt Laura and Aunt Angie. Say hello to your fans out there. Yes, say hello. Oh, goodness gracious. No kissies, no kissies. Silly dog. Definitely go to physician before attempting any treatment. Absolutely. Even if there was not a law. It was always the best medical advice. That's so true. He who treats himself is an idiot for a patient. So, yeah. Anyway, skin topically, yes. Garden, amazing. Fruit trees will love it. I wouldn't advise anyone eating it, She's so sweet. Thank you, Fran. Say thank you, Granny. Give kisses. Give everybody kisses. Say, mwah. Say happy Sunday. And happy Father's Day. Yeah. Who you see in there? Do you see yourself? You're just so stinking cute. You're so cute. Cutie patootie. Everybody's saying hello to Miss Kokomo. I think she wants a TREAT. So, okay, so I definitely wanted to touch on the topic of Comfrey for people that can't. The prices are astronomical. But if you want something, you could do one in one corner of your garden and one all the way down the other end of your garden, and it's really going to do wonders for your garden. Kid you not. And then you can harvest the leaves. Chickens like it. And, it helps to fix the soil, just like sunflowers. Sunflowers can fix your soil. I was always taught this, I've been gardening a really long time, 32, 35 years, whatever it is. But if beans are having trouble growing, you need to put sunflower nearby because it'll pull out any toxins into the sunflower and your beans will grow good. Why everyone is having trouble with their beans, I have no idea because a small, I like to plant everything extremely close and it always works. She is too dang cute, isn't she? Thank you, Erin. But yeah, just only a few suggestions I could give you for your beans. But that was a huge one, is Comfrey. Sunflowers. With anything that may be getting sprayed from up above that you may not know about, plant sunflowers. They will pull the toxins out of your sunflowers. Are helping with pest control too. That is true. They're almost a must, although no one ever mentions it. I do. I've been mentioning it on this channel since I started it. For the love of sunflowers, absolutely love them. Just for the beauty, and I always like to give back to the bees and the birds. But I planted in someone else's garden last season, if you remember that, and had no idea other than, my dump load of my soil that went in there. That soil has a lot of rocks and a lot of problems, and I put some sunflowers in the garden. Some people will tell you don't put it in your garden, it's not recommended. I've never had a problem putting them in my garden. That's the purpose of me putting it in the garden. If I'm not sure if something was sprayed, it's going in the garden because the roots go down so far that it sucks it right up and it is good for the soil. Well, no, that's why you were feeling like no one for a bit there. I always surround my garden with sunflowers. I plant them around the outer edge of my garden every year. You could go in with maybe a smaller sunflower, maybe like a teddy bear. If you have room where your beans are, I would say plant a sunflower there because if there's something going on with the beans that has to do with the soil, it will yank it out of the soil. Coco, you're pacing. I have to give you something. Let's see. Marigolds, zinnias around it. for the bees. Yes, always get back to the bees. I try to mention it all the time, Jason Avers, but I just feel like, you know, you can only try to help give advice. Doesn't mean someone's going to always take it. If one of the moderators can post the playlist link of I'm a winter growing all of this food, you can see my beans in there. Now, in that particular season, did I have one in the beans? No, because I knew my soil was horticultural and I added all the proper amendments, and that soil was just amazing. You're growing potatoes, Fran? That's awesome. Marigolds are good. I always used to put one in the corner of each of my raised beds, even if I did in ground. Sunflowers are awesome. I usually have way too many volunteers. This year I have far fewer. Actually going to plant a few this week. That way, when the ones I have are done, there will be more. Thoroughly agree with that, and that's how I had sunflowers for the whole season, Suzanne. Dill and fennel are good. Buckwheat is awesome, too. Absolutely. Let's see. Keep the little helpers happy and let them do the work. Then you don't have to. Sweet, so hard to earn your bread, yeah. So, I mean, that's just what I did near those beans in Jane's garden. Well, technically Thomas's. Neither one of them really garden, but soil, it was not good. It's probably better this season because of me, but some people want to attract the bugs to the sunflowers, so you can put one adjacent to your garden, but I highly recommend you put one in your garden. Especially near beans. Especially near beans. Let me see if she wants a TREAT. Okay, so let's go with that, and then we'll move on to the next subject. From Miss Laura. She's loving these. She's going to be running out soon. There you go. Hit the thumbs up, people, says Paul. And like I said, I always just like the beauty of it, of the sunflowers. So in the garden, outside the garden. If you've ever watched Roots and Refuge, who thinks that she had contaminated soil, I think last year or the year before, sunflowers, it takes it right out. Only 7 thumbs up. Come on, people. I'll send her some more. Oh, thank you, Laura. That would be great. Did any of the moderators find the playlist? I'm a winter growing all that food. It's when I was under Shed Wars. I'm working on that playlist. I got done the chicken coop playlist and moved them into one playlist, and everything chickens, they're in there. And now I'm going to try to take all the hashtags to Shed Wars out of those garden videos, but there is a lot of knowledgeable things there. I think this is the video Mel referring to. I'm a winner growing all of this food. Yes. There's other, gardening tips for beginners series is in there. Garden hauls. I mean, you can go onto the playlist and see them all. It took me a minute to figure out the thumbs up with the live format. It's in 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah, they're changing everything. I count as 2 people on my phone actually watching on TV. It's TV phones, so I can chat. That's awesome. Thank you, Fran. Okay, so a couple different topics, like I said, tonight. And that will be the title of this video. Grateful, but not happy. Okay, so let's go into the next. But I was supposed to talk about the Calendula and the Comfrey last week, but was not live. Let's see. And thank you for doing that, Franny. I really appreciate it. So yeah, they're changing a lot around when it comes to YouTube. So it's 3 dots in the right-hand corner. hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, coming and going. Okay, let's move on to, I guess, some more sad news. So, sad for me anyway, but so I originally, when I was going to be in my vehicle, had way before I even had left Jean's, spoke to Miss Deb about my chickens, and she said, I just thought you assumed that they could be there. And long story short, that's where the chickens were at, was Miss Deb's. And when I was quote unquote glamping and was not in the area, my gut was telling me to like go by and check on them, and the door would still be shut at 9:30. Well, you know, wrap this up. Like the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of being in my vehicle, I was told that I could be, you know, in her driveway. I was able to get internet to do lives and whatnot. Greatly appreciated that. So it was, well, you're there so you can shut the door, open the doors. I had to find a new home for the chickens because just weren't being taken care of correctly, and then health issues. So that's quite devastating, because if you know, chickens are very easy to take care of, and loved my girls and treated them very, very well. No one's going to take care of them better than yourself, but I have nowhere to put my chickens. So, you know, got an abrupt message that the chickens needed to go, blah, 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 blah. And so I made a call. My only reason for why I wasn't really down with where I sent them is because it's someone that Jean knows from where she works. It doesn't really mean anything, though. The gentleman, I met him over the summer. He was the one building her deck. And I made a phone call and asked if they would be willing to take the chickens, because at least the chickens could be out, door open and shut properly. He free ranges. He has chickens and he has goats. So hopefully I can talk to someone I know and see if I can get updates on the chickens. But this is where it's at right now. I wasn't even seeing any of the eggs when they were down there. So, you know, it's just a whole thing. So my heart is broken. But I wanted them to have a better life and be well taken care of. And so they were moved on this Saturday to someone that has experience with chickens. He and his wife said yes, they would take them. So I'm totally blessed and thankful for that, because I was not liking what I was seeing. And then, yeah, it was just time for the chickens to go somewhere else. So sad, but let's see, let's go back. So that was the other little twist. Let me see. Thank you, Suzanne. Thanks. Let's see. Mel is only live I have been on that's like this. Oh, really? I feel like they just keep changing things. Stop whining. Oh, okay, it's different. Did I hear you say someone else took your chickens? Yes. I made a phone call. Okay, long story short, I made a phone call. It's someone that Jean knew from where she works. The gentleman was the one that built her deck, but I obviously didn't speak to her and never would, to see if the gentleman would take the chickens, because he has chickens and he has goats. It was time for the chickens to go, just couldn't be cared for or cared for it in the right way, and then other things came into play. So the chickens were moved. The hutch, you know, chicken coop is still there, but the chickens are not. So pretty sad about it, because I didn't get to see them to say goodbye or anything. I just think it was for the best, because They needed the attention. They needed to be taken care of. They needed to be out free ranging. And, you know, they needed to have their door open first thing as soon as the light comes up. And that's that. Could have gotten them. I would have gladly brought them here and let them live on a farm life. I know, Laura. Thank you. Let's see. Now, on top of it, it's not my place to say, because there's no disrespect here, but she also ended up getting sick very recently, and it was just all for the best. You know, that the chickens go to someone that can actually take care of them. Laura says, oh yeah, I agree 100%. And you're pacing back and forth. The dog's pacing back and forth. So, I can say my heart feels like it's broken that way for the chickens. Coco. You know, for my own, I guess, selfish reasons, because I love them. I paid for them. I bought them. I took care of them for the 3 years, and now they just needed something better. Taking care of livestock is a chore for sure, but that is why I like the wild animals who know better and best and how to care for themselves. I did make sure that the gentleman and his wife were told that my chicken's wings were clipped, you know, so that he knew. And we spoke about my chickens before, he and I forget his name, and he knew that my chickens were very well taken care of, but now they'll get, you know, attention and be fed right and all that. I can only take on so much right now, to be honest with you, and that was the next thing on the list to get taken care of, was give the chickens a good home, a better home. Come here, you want to come up here? Nope, come here. If you were using a tablet or a phone, live is vertical. My little silkies, 4 of them, they have the prettiest colors ever. They're so cute. Oh, I'm sure. Plus, I just figured if my circumstances change later, you know, maybe can do chickens again. I'd probably just go for all silver lace Wyandottes. And the other thing of it is, you know, our lovely, God bless you, you know, they're trying to pull that crap about the bird flu again. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. It's just because they want you to starve to death or not have your own chickens or your own eggs. So, but at least you got to benefit from all those eggs, because I didn't. And I'm glad that they're going somewhere else, because now she is not in any way, shape, or form able to take care of the chickens right now. So that's that. The livestock I've mishandled in my day. I get distracted too easily. If it weren't for seasons, I would oat them on. Yeah. I mean, well, she was doing me a huge favor, and I'm grateful for that, but, you know, sometimes you can't take on too much, you know what I mean? Especially at a certain age. So again, no disrespect, but I wanted the chickens to have a better life. So the chickens are now gone to a better home. They were picked up on Saturday around noonish. Okay, so this one wants back up again. Hey Jason, have you fed the animals this week? Plenty of eggs for us, my entire family. I give away so many eggs, it's crazy. Yeah, like that's gonna be hard for me, because, well, even when I was quote unquote glamping, I mean, I was offered scrambled eggs like twice, but once Laura sent me the stove and everything, which still have the video on my phone, I could have been making scrambled eggs or whatever. It came down to the end to where I was just like, yeah, I would like to have a couple of the eggs. And I was still paying for the feed, so, you know, that's that. So that's going to stink, because I am going to have to find some really good organic, you know, cage-free eggs. I'm sorry you are dealing with all this grief, Mel. I wish I could fix stuff for you. I wish I could fix it for myself. But right now I just can't, you know. I have to just take one thing at a time, which now takes me into my next subject, but can Just hold on for 1 second. Right, thanks again. Oh, goodness gracious, if he's only had a clue. Okay, on to the next subject. Is that a question to ask? On to the next subject. So it's this month is Mental Awareness Month. So, you know, if you're new here, which, what is that I'm feeling? What is that? It doesn't matter what it is, but take care of you, whether it's anxiety, whether it's panic disorder, whether it's PTSD, depression, make sure you do you. I personally have used my format and have told, my platform, have told people before that my diagnosis is PTSD, anxiety, panic attacks. Now, I wasn't suffering a panic attack for 17 years, but I think with everything going on, I wasn't able to distinguish if I was having severe severe anxiety, or if I was starting to get panic attacks back. I was in touch with my doctor, just different things that were said, to try to do because I have to adjust, which is hard. Just lots of things going on. And one step at a time. If I'm not familiar with my surroundings, don't allow someone to force me into doing something right away. Baby steps, an exercise routine, because I've lost drastic amount of weight. She's not meaning like go to a gym, like walking, which I walk this one quite a bit, and me. So I'm supposed to be on 3 Ensures a day and a milkshake every night. I drink that milkshake, it puts me to sleep. So yeah, I'm dealing with some I think there's severe anxiety attacks, but I can't be 1,000% sure because I've been in a couple situations when I was glamping it to where I couldn't tell. Like a problem with swallowing your saliva. I had that when I used to get panic attacks. But I was also put in some, wicked, serious situations when I was in that vehicle, whether it was getting injured and shattering and breaking my tailbone, a concussion, losing my dog. The list goes on and on. And I am somewhere where I'm not really familiar with the area, and so I have to deal with that. Small steps, small strides. So I am going to start writing things down in a book this week and, work on me, do like a meditation in the morning. I feel like I'm taking more of my medicine than I ever used to. So, so we can't forget about that as well. That is this month. And everyone has their own thing that's going on. If you have someone that you can call and talk to, I would highly suggest it. Whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, always call someone. Call your doctor, speak to your doctor. I am just TO'd because I don't want to be going backwards. After 17 years of not having a panic attack, I don't want those back again. Well, everything you're going through, I'd say it's anxiety, and that's a lot to go through, yeah. And then you have to deal with other people's remarks about like, well, let's go to breakfast, like normal people, which I've gone to breakfast many and many times, but I'm in a different area and I'm still a little shell-shocked. And one of the things that came up is the factor that I'm not dealing with mentally. I always have usually, I have a just keep going motto. Just keep going. Just keep pushing. And something that was brought up with the doctor is I haven't dealt with anything, whether it be Sophia and witnessing that and dealing with that and being in my vehicle and just people that you thought were your friends and things that transpired there, and just, you know, getting seriously injured and hurt and being in that vehicle. I think one of the questions were, have you dealt with what you just went through? And I said, no. I haven't. I think I shedded a couple tears one time speaking to my son in regards to Sophia. But I know some people that know me think I'm, this rock. And I don't think anyone should be, I won't say who said it to me, but it made me feel like, wow, that should have never been said. Being kind, being nice, not scaring someone who's just gone through hell and back and just expecting them just to be able to jump in the vehicle and just go. Doesn't work like that. I asked her about that because of a situation I had like last week, and she said no, that would have been pushing it, so baby steps. The betrayal you've endured, Mel, is a lot. It is a lot. It really is. And I feel like, and I'm going to say this, and I don't really care who likes it, but I feel like when we were getting those trolls in there, I'm sure some were trolls, and I'm sure one of those trolls was something that I birthed, that was writing weird things about a ring or whatever that's now relocated in Florida. Yeah, I do believe that. No one's going to convince me differently of that. But moral of my story is I've just been through a lot, and I'm willing to admit that, and I have to just deal with me. And I think that was the problem. I didn't want to deal with me. I think I felt like everything was A-okay. It's what my body does sometimes. I was diagnosed with that. What do they say that is? It's where, like, my brain tends to go into like a survival mode. And then when the situation's over, it's like you're completely depleted. And I don't like to sit around and wallow. I always like try to shrug it off. But I usually stay busy, keep myself busy, so that keeps me occupied, and there's not a whole lot to keep me busy these days. I'll tell you what, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get back into YouTube as well, for where I'm at. And I just think different things that people say, like, need to watch your words because words hurt. Even if it's someone that who actually has something similar to that, be a little bit more kinder, and understanding, and just show some grace. Show some grace, right? Tell them. Say, be nice and have patience. So, yeah. To have someone in your corner is an awesome thing. For you to be able to tell someone you're scared or nervous should not be frowned upon. It should be, So we're just hoping that it's not going back to full-blown panic attacks. And it just might be my anxiety. So with it being that month, I wanted to share that and also talk about that. Be there for someone. Call and check in on them. Don't be mean. Be careful with your words, because what you say you can never take back. And I do believe karma's a bitch, and that will come around and bite you in your ass. I do believe in that, because I've seen that right in front of my own eyes happen before to somebody that's never had it. So patience, kindness, the world's crazy, and it's just things that I've gone through that I guess I'm not willing to deal with. I guess I shunned it back, and now it's affecting me. Self-care is important. Very true, Suzanne. And that's the next journey I'm going to be on. So, yeah. Let's see. Let me read some comments here. Let me go back a little bit, so bear with me. Let's see. A couple. Oh yeah, I sure would too. Wave a magic wand. Yeah, that was completely wrong, Mel. But we won't get into that. Yep. Let's say that's pretty sucky. If you were paying for feed, etc., it's not gonna be eggs. No, I'm so sorry. So Things got to turn around for you soon. You're a great person, Mel. I try to be. And I also am trying to be real and honest here. Um, she's done so many amazing things to me. She really has. And I think it was just too much. And maybe didn't realize that, you know. But there's just some things that were said or done, you know, while I was out there that just wasn't even cool. But anyway, it was wrong. Yep. Really no different from chicken eggs, just a little smaller. Is it me, or is it the things that I am imagining for myself? We tie ourselves up, unfortunately. Yep. Let's see. Mel, everything you were going through, I'd say, is anxiety. That's a lot to be going through. At least you have a doctor in medicine. I'm thankful you have that, Mel. Yeah. I have a fast acting one, but it's like getting to the point now where it's like I'm practically taking it every day. It's horrible. Francis, I'm sick of trying to deal with everything. Yep. Yeah, losing her was a huge blow. That would hurt anyone. Yeah, I haven't. I think with Jared, I shedded barely a couple tears. I've never like been given a hug by like a friend or whatever that said I'm so sorry or anything like that. And just some atrocious things were said the night that it happened. And you have to remember, because I didn't, let me remind you of all this. When my dog was going through what she was going through, I didn't realize that I already shattered my tailbone and broke my tailbone and had a concussion. Craziness. Huge blow, Laura. You don't have to deal with other people's remarks. You may indeed choose to not accept them. Doing it with dignity and not entity lets you walk on and take no injury from those slings and arrows. It's very true. You have to watch, though, even when if it comes from family. Betrayal, you have endured, Mel's a lot. Yep. Melody, I love you so much. We need to talk. Or you talk, I'll listen. I'm not much for talking much lately. I'm sure, Fran, I understand. I've given you my number before. And if someone has a baboo and accidentally throws filth on you, it does wash off. And you do not have to make their attitude part of your being. Wow, that's really good. Girl, you've had some major changes happen to you lately. Way more than most, and people had and handle things differently. Yeah. You know, this isn't me sitting here doing the boo-hoo-hoo thing. With it being the month that it is, it just felt like I better come clean. I didn't know how this live was going to go, but I'm suffering. And I'm willing to admit that. So, just have to try to get through it and get situated and, you know, try to just improve. That's all. Give yourself grace, Mel. It's hard. I don't know. You know, I want to get back into doing videos and staying busy and all that stuff, and it's like I don't even know where to begin. I just don't even know where to begin. Where's up, where's down. So, that's that. Sorry. I just, you know, like my Sophia and everything, it's just so hard. So that's what I need to work on, is me first. It's just, it's all hitting me like a ton of bricks. So that's just so disturbing. But yeah, I'm glad you're coming out of it, Erin. People are idiots and hurt each other because of it. Being an idiot myself, I can understand. Yep, it hurts. But I can take a little hurt if I don't have to endure it all alone. Yeah, I can take it too. You know, but when you're somewhere different, not familiar with anything, and, you know, it's just a lot. It's easier for someone else to say, like, oh, just get in the car like normal people. Do you understand? I wasn't really driving, and then I just went through living in my vehicle for a few months and losing my dog and trying to adjust. I feel like I'm on like system overload for sure. Oh, that's so good, Erin. Smell, I pray for you. I love you so much. I love you so much. And your best friend, you will get through this. Hopefully. Hurt people, unfortunately. Wow. Yeah, that's a killer right there. Let me grab a tissue. Or like someone that actually has it, you know, can say some things that are hurtful. That hurts even more. Oh, I can't do that, Erin. I'd be like a basket case. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Trying to be honest. I'm not over the Jean thing. I'm not over her sister. I'm not over Sophia. I'm not over where I was and being in my vehicle or someone I know where food was there was not even bringing it out to me. It's like I'm dealing with a lot, a lot. Oh, thanks, Jason Avers. Love you to pieces, my friend. Hog smell, and yes, that's my hand grinding your butt, girl. If there's much butt there, you know. You're overwhelmed, honey. You will get through this. I hope so. North is up, south is down, and we walk sideways across the surface of the globe. Sometimes the way we face sleeping can change the direction we're going. That's amazing. So, if my car wasn't shut up, I'd kidnap you for a day or a week. Oh, that'd be awesome. Hug smell, thanks, Robin. I can't even tell you. It's like, I mean, I think I've said this before. I gave a shout out to Angie and to Robin. I think I more so shouted out Robin because when I was in that vehicle and she was on the phone while all this was happening with my dog, and she has her own health things, and she just sounded wonderful and great and was so there for me. I just can't even explain my gratitude. I just can't even explain it. You know, Angie too, or having someone that stays on the phone to make sure you're breathing at night when you're in your vehicle, because, you know, I had to worry about where I was parking for a while, and so I was offered to stay in someone's driveway, which grateful for that, but, you know, yeah. Kokomomo. So just dealing with a lot, and shocked, and I can't even believe it. Yeah, I'm shocked by some people's, you know, words or mouth or whatever, Coco. And, I don't know, kindness is what makes the world go round. When somebody says certain things to you, can actually set you backwards, you know, but anyway. So just different tips and pointers of things that I'm going to do, like meditation. If I got myself out of my panic attacks before, I'm hoping, you know, I'm not a person that's afraid to be by myself, and I'm having those, just all different kinds of things. But I want to stay busy where I'm staying. It's like it's becoming this project of trying to get things out of the storage unit, or getting a copy of the key, or like I need my blender slash food processor to get this ball rolling to get back to work. I personally feel like I function better staying busy. But I also know I need to slow my roll and work on me. Hello, Ace. And yeah, so just wanted to be honest about that. Please watch your words to anyone that could be going through it. But Robin really had my back, and so did Angie when I was in that vehicle. And I think everything is coming to surface. Everything. And it's like, you know, I can't get started where I'm at if I can't pick myself up. It's like, you know, I mean, I'm picking myself up, but like barely. Let's see. Putting the ducks to bed and running the snake out of the coop. Most likely. Oh no. Needs to be on a rat patrol. Oh, you need a cat. Join me in the dirt in here, Pam. Let me go back up and see what if I missed anything. I love you so much. I wish I could take a plane out there to give you a great big hug. Oh, Pam, I wish you could too. And you know, it's something that's really weird. Pam's hubby got a little puppy, and she called me up all excited. Was like, guess what its name is? Sophia. And you know, you can't begrudge someone else because they got a little dog. I think it's like a little Chihuahua. I just saw a video the other day, and it was Sophia Loren, and I was just like crushed, you know. And I think it's because I had to witness it and deal with it. And I said a couple things that I can own, but it's not my fault that I was getting frustrated with the dog because I had a concussion and didn't even know it. I didn't know I broke my tailbone or shattered it. So I'm living with, you know, some guilt too, you know. I mean, I wasn't like rotten to the dog, but I think I literally just said, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to have to give this dog up to the pound? I don't know why I can't get her to stop doing what she's doing. And that's all that I really said. But man, oh man, if I'm not beating myself up for saying that. And then it just dawned on me this past week. Like different things are coming back to me. And I'm pretty sure I said to Robin, this is what I said. And to Angie. And I was like, I didn't even realize I had a concussion. So I love you, Pam. See what happens. Thank you for that, Pam. Pam's the one that sent me the Comfrey that is on, come here, Coco, that is on Debbie's property right now. I don't know, Pam, because she just moved. Come here. I have an emergency. Can you guys please not go anywhere? I need to do something really fast. I promise I'll be right back, skippy dippy, okay? So, let's see. Talks amongst yourselves, I guess, for a few. I have an emergency. I am really, really sorry, everyone. But Miss Coco kept crying and crying and crying. She had to go out. And I was basically told to put everyone on hold and take her out. So there's that. Let me get back. I know. I need to get a scale. And you know what else? Like, I haven't even made it to Jay's. Like, since I got here, I haven't left. So there's that. I would like to, but you know, under different circumstances. Even tried, you know, I don't even want to get into that, but I haven't really gone anywhere since I got here. Made it to the Wawa. I need to get a scale. I need a scale so I can watch my own weight. It's crazy how things snowball. Sometimes I feel you. The list of people I want to hurt is growing. Can't but want to. I don't think I'm at that point like where I want to hurt someone. I'm hurt by certain people's actions or words or, you know, someone else's drama and stress when you're going through your own. It's tough. Hope you are. I guess not. I don't think anything could shook me anymore. Well, yeah, please go check out Robin from Garden State So-and-So for some extra subscribers so we can try to get her at 500 so she could use the community tab. Always check out my friend Pam from Join Me in the Dirt. Like I said, my Comfrey is in the ground at Debbie's. I know one of them, she tried to tell me it wasn't mine, but I know it's mine. But yeah, I want to try to get some Comfrey so I can send some out to Laura. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to Ace. Oh, I'll take some. Robin says, I'm happy to help. Love and hugs. Help was an understatement, literally. Because she can remember now different things that were occurring with the dog, or she was literally on the phone when my dog passed, and I just can't even tell you that I haven't even dealt with it. The only thing that came back to my memory just the other day is I felt like when I was driving and she was doing it so bad, I'm like, how am I going to do this? Like, am I going to have to take her to the pound? I didn't mean it. It was said in frustration, but I also didn't even know I even said it because I had a concussion. So, sucks. Miss my dog. Big pum pum. Okay, considering stuff just keeps breaking, but it could be worse. That's also my granddaughter's name. Let's see. Oh, Pam, can you? That would be great because I can't get there right now to dig up, because you can split the plant. And she has some fruit trees, and I told her that she could use some in her garden. So you could probably get it to her faster than I could under the circumstances of right now. I didn't, and I should have been considered the father of the year too. Well, you know, mom and dad, I was always considered. That was nice, Paul. Yeah, you need it. She needs it, Pam. I finally got one little comfrey seed to grow. Yeah, I told Robin that if I got down there, it was Laura and Robin technically, that if I got it, some of it dug up down there, that I would, you know, leave some there and then disperse some, and I'm not there yet, and there's other things going on that I just can't get there right now. I just got my chickens out of there. Oh, okay, Fran. Normal wet day, went to the beach. Oh, that sounds luscious. Brook trout. Happy Father's Day. It takes so long to do it by seed. I never celebrate Father's Day. I hope people understand. Absolutely, Suzanne. Oh, Fran, that is so sweet and very sad in the same token. Sorry, Erin. Okay, so he says duckies are up, letting the sprinkler soak the corn. It's looking good. What came up? I need to do more work on the soil there, letting it go over winter hasn't been fixed yet. Have you thought about putting some sunflowers, not on top of the corn, but like in a radius of the corn, Jason Evers? Oh, that's good. She'd rather be in the dirt like me. I hope he had a wonderful Father's Day, Fran. If you're watching my latest live stream, it is 3 hours. It's all good, but not for children. We have all been through trials, and we do understand a lot of them. So true. I am going through full-blown identity theft. Probably going to change or close everything that's associated with me and my name. Why? That means you won't be over here? Well, I mean, I think I kind of know why, but I don't know, Brooke. Yeah, it's making me nervous. Brooke, are you okay? Hope to still see you here. We don't want you to change your name. You're not a shy guy, Paul. There is Pam's link to join me in the dirt. Prickly plants, and prickly people. It is a therapy session in a can. Everyone, make sure, moderators, please start posting links. So I want Garden State so-and-so and Jason Evers, Green Country, whatever. Jason's link posted as well. You need me to text you the address, Pam? The addresses? Okay. Robin will have to retext me her address, and so will Laura. Text me your address, ladies. Big lottery win. Laura, it took me at least 5 tries with several seeds each time, and I finally got one. Yay. I've got the sunflowers and just need to run more radish and stuff over winter to keep it alive and healthy. Planting wheatgrass did wonders, so we'll do some of that too. The daikon radishes, they're the real long ones, long taproot. They go down. They also will fix your soil, friends. If these are gardeners in here paying attention or watching this back, thank you so much for watching it back. It means the world to me. I'm just trying to get my footing and bearings on how to get back into the swing of things with YouTube. I was looking at a table and on Amazon, fairly reasonable, and then they went $50 to ship it out. I was told to wait because this person wants to go to look at, what is the name of that? Habitat for Humanity first, I guess, before I have to spend money on a table, but I need a table. And I really need my Ninja blender with the food processor. And it just doesn't seem to be making its way here, and it's hard to get a copy of the key. No, you don't have that. You don't have the patience for that, Laura. Thank you, Suzanne. They hacked my email, opened an account, switched my direct deposit. That's terrible. Somebody's doing it. I would think after all this, someone is absolutely doing that. Yeah, you're going to have to do something as far as that's concerned. Thank you, Paul, for posting Robin's link. Robin's not very consistent, but she tries. She just did a garden update. But I think she's at 200 and something. So, you know, you get the community tab. We didn't at 500, but I'd like to see her get the community tab. And she usually helps me out. If I advertise my lives, she usually will share it out. Let's see. Daikons are also awesome. You can eat them. You can eat the pods. You can eat the greens. And if you let them rot down, you don't need a plow. So true. I did that in one of my beds in that garden that I built, and that's why I was recommending that. Good night, says Erin. Good night, everyone. Sending love, prayers, and hugs to you, Mel. Thank you so much, Erin. Really do appreciate it. Wasn't trying to be like a bummer. I just wanted to be honest, and I'm trying to find my way again. And it's hard. And I miss my dog. And it is also, my anxiety and panic disorder, I guess, that's coming back. Hopefully, not to bite me in my ass, but I'm dealing with that, and I have to find my way again. And I just need people who want to be in my life and be my friends and not be mean. And just be like, well, normal people can just get in the car and go to breakfast. I've gone to breakfast a gazillion times. I'm here. I just need to be handled a little differently. That's all. I'm not mad. I just need to be handled a little differently. But, But yeah, that's that. And with it being the month that it is, I just wanted everyone to know to be kind. Reach out to someone that you know may need you, or might need to have someone actually listen on the phone to them. That would be great. But have a great week, Erin. Love you to pieces. It all started when my mortgage company was hacked. It's been going on for... Oh, that's not good, Brooke. Really? I guess you can't switch your mortgage company now, can you? That is not good at all. I am so sorry, Brooke. So glad you can make it, Erin. Really, really glad. We always love having you in here. Thank you for coming. And again, if anyone watches this back, thank you for watching it. For me, it's hard this season because if you know, in case you don't know and you're new here, I absolutely love to garden, but in my situation, I can't right now. So it has to be food and desserts and all kinds of things, and I have to figure out what I haven't brought to the channel yet, and just my health situation. I'm on this new journey of really trying to straighten this out, put some weight on, go a little bit more each day. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm even proud of myself if I went, to someone that doesn't have it, it's like, okay, what's the big deal? He went to, well, but to someone that has it, it's huge in an area that they don't even know where they are. So, like 4 times, I think I've went, doing pretty good that way. Well, the first time I went, I just wanted to try it and turned around in a church parking lot and came back. The next day I said, I'm going to Wawa, and I went, and I've went like 4 times since. It's just not the stores yet and stuff like that. Or I'm going to Jay's. I would go to Jay's if he asked me and we're in the right vehicle, I would. Let's see. If you verify your YouTube channel, you get the community tab. I thought you had to be at the 500. Oh, Robin, you don't have to thank me. Believe me, you do not have to thank me. It just seems secure. YouTube is strange sometimes. Yep. You can add a phone number to verify and it will be there. I finally verified my granddaughter's YouTube when she only had like 20 subs. Robin, do you hear that? Verify your phone number and maybe you'll get the community tab immediately, or anyone that's hearing this back, try that. It happened last Friday. If you did your live last week, probably wouldn't have been there. Ruined my whole weekend, kind of feeling better. We have some internet issues, and to really be honest, just zero, absolutely zero, and you all know me, go, 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 go. Zero energy. Zero energy. Couldn't even muster myself up to even pull it off, to be honest. The mortgage company should be providing you some kind of help if they got hacked. That is true. Dang, Brooke, I don't blame you at all. That's a lot to have to deal with. Yeah, I didn't go live last Sunday. So, Robin from Garden State so-and-so, I hope that you're paying attention to that. Register your phone number, Franny said, and you should get the community tab. Let's see. Hello, Tiger. How are you? Happy Sunday. Sorry, reading comments. Sometimes I discover that I have odd dietary requirements, things that I just cannot eat, even if I'm hungry. Occasionally, if I am not certain, I could fall into fast and then things get funky. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's horrible, Brooke. So sorry you're going through that. Welcome in, Tiger. English cautious. I agree with that statement, Paul. They gave it to me at 100. Girl, I'm over here trying to get it for you, and you never even told me that. How dare you? She's got it. She got it at 100. Man, I wish I would have... Oh, my shoulder just cracked. Oh, my sides hurt. I wish I could have gotten mine at like 20 or 100. That would have been great. Yeah, you should on that one. Kick the door and say, hello, honey, I'm home. There is Tiger's link. Please go check her out. Make sure you check everyone out. Green teas, honey, cinnamon, cream, and keep breathing. Yeah, I really need my infuser. You know, the thing that I can't even think straight. I don't know. It's just this, like, I was told by Jean that the things that left her house were in the front of this second unit, but apparently this seems to be a problem. And I need a copy of the key, and I'm just going to have to go with somebody else to get the few things that I need, get it out of there, because if you don't have the things you need, you can't function. And my aromatherapy thing is in there as well, but I mainly need a stainless steel pot, and I don't have $1.99 lying around to get another Ninja that comes with the blender, the food processor, with the smoothie cup. It's what I need to get the ball back rolling so I could go back to work. And a stainless steel big pot. But yeah. Yeah, gotta make sure you get fuel even if you aren't particularly feeling it. I really appreciate all this, Jason Avers. I really, really do. I try not to sit and feel sorry for myself by no means. It's just, things are just hitting me uber hard. So let me tell you this very quickly. When my Johnny was going to college, thanks to me, I guess like a couple weeks before he was getting ready to leave, I don't know if I've ever told this story on here. My son, my firstborn son, Johnny, he chucked me an Xbox controller. And I caught it, thank God for being a sports mom. And I was like, what the hell are you throwing this at me for? And he said, you need to teach yourself how to play this. And I was like, oh, give me a break. I'm so busy in between work, running my own company, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I'm not going to be able to do that. And he said, Mom, really, you should. Left the game thing, like the controller. Not realizing it. So anyway, I started to go on and I started to pew some people on this particular game. I couldn't get off a step for a week. It's actually funny. And then I used to yell for my Jared and be like, oh no, the juggernauts are coming, and Jared would kill them. And yeah, and I just kept trying to learn how to use the controller and how to pew people and things like that. And believe it or not, it dawned on me later, because of something traumatic that had happened. It dawned on me later that my son knew that would be a form to, because I wasn't sleeping, because of something that happened, that it would help with my anxiety. And Lord behold, if he wasn't right. So like if I wasn't sleeping or something, then I would get on for a little bit, pew pew some people, modern warfare it is, and I would feel great and could roll over and go to sleep. And that was suggested to go back to picking that up and trying it, whether it's during the day or if I'm not sleeping at night. I was up really late last night till like almost 4 in the morning. I did fall asleep, but I got woken up. But yeah, so it was recommended to go back to that. And I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm willing to try it. See how that goes. So all these little things. So I think my aromatherapy thing would be great right now, and some breathing exercises in the morning. I am walking the dog, but maybe it's not enough, you know, because exercise helps people that have anxiety. And she definitely, I'm sorry that I had to quick take her out, but she needed to go out. She's obviously sleeping. Coco, that is, because she had to go potty. But yeah, so I'm going to try to do some things differently. I started with the milkshake every night before bed. And you think that that would make me feel good that I'm laying in a bed and not in my vehicle, and it's just not. It's just not. It's like I feel every ache and pain now. My body's just hurting from head to toe. But a milkshake at night was suggested, 3 ensures a day. And that I'm struggling on. I think I either get 1 in or I get 2 in. I am trying to eat more. Trying. I can't say it's breakfast, lunch, it may be dinner, but I'm trying, and that's all that I can do is get up every day and keep trying. I feel like if I had the equipment I needed to be able to get back into cooking or baking, that would probably alleviate a lot of this too, because gardening was a form of therapy for me, so. Yep, so got to do the fuel thing, Jason Evers. Brooke, I'm that kind of person that would really have to do just that. I would be right there with the both of us, because, yeah, I'd be kicking that door in. That's craziness. And it messes everything up, messes your bills up. Oh, I'm a plumber, so a nice 18-inch plumber. Yep, a nice clink. Infuser scents and sounds do help get our moods elevated, and bringing that mood up gets us going for sure. Yep, like cinnamon's a mood enhancer, and I just haven't, I mean, well, it's not here, so I couldn't tell you if it would work right now. I need help getting into my storage unit for that. And what else? Music, not so much. That's not even been helping. But I don't know if you ever heard of Lucinda Bassett. I used to have her CD. It was the relaxation one. I'm going to have to go back to that for sure. Was that anything interesting, Paul, that you just blocked? YouTube has tons of classic rock albums. Yes, Age of the Who, Captain John. Okay, maybe not that one unless you're from a long way off. Okay, Suzanne. Always start with sticks. I can't listen to all that kind of music, like straight out of the gate. I'll help pick up the slack too. Oh, no, not for that. I thought you meant for brook trout. I was in on that one. Yes. It's good to get things off your chest. Yeah. I really didn't think I was going to make it to live tonight. I just really didn't. So I'd rather just come out and be honest, and got to figure out where the channel is going to go. And with it being mental awareness, I mean, can't sit here and be fake and phony. I said that to Robin earlier. I'm sick and tired of feeling like I had to tootsie foot around, like, who's going to be stalking me? Is it going to be, you know, that person I lived with? Is it the one from Florida? Like, you know, am I going to end up hurting someone's feelings over chickens? Like, I can't worry about everybody else, and I need to worry about myself. Don't cry. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. Of course you will cry, but it's okay. It feels good that way. Sometimes I just feel like I start and then I have to suck it up real quick. Love Yous. 90125 is one of my favorite albums. Oh, that's awesome. Rosie Rosal. Rosal. Am I saying that wrong or butchering someone's name? I don't want to. Saying I'm in Kentucky. Well, my really good friend Laura here, a moderator, I think born and raised, right, girl? Can you grow some stuff in pot smell? My thing that Voon got me, what is it? And no to that. I really just need my Ninja blender and food processor so I can get this ball rolling, because I'm telling you, it's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts that nobody can seem to find it. Walked off the face of the planet in order to get the channel back going. But my indoor arrow garden is inside storage that came out of that room, and the box is literally labeled. I mean, come on now. For making you feel wrapped in love. Oh, that sounds so good. The cinnamon and the vanilla. Well, I'm glad, Paul, that you are. So happy to have you here. Kind of living a fake life. I just can't. I was saying that to Robin. I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to make it on. I'm tired of feeling like I can't, hurt certain people's feelings. Or someone kept asking me where I was the week before. Just none of their business. Don't worry about it. How about that? Yeah, you're a trooper, Paul. Like with the trolls, they weren't really trolls. They were just nosy people. I would say listen to Chris Cornell, be yourself. Oh yeah, Chris Cornell, be yourself, but you need to be ready to feel that one. Chris was driving his vocal cords with both Mr. Richardson. Yeah. Absolute genius talent. I agree to that one, absolutely. And thank you, Jason Avers, for all that. That's why I wanted to get some things out in the beginning. So I'm really going to need everyone's help on, I have to get back in the groove of things. I want to be back on YouTube. I still have work that I did. Like, look at all those muffins that I did and didn't even have one. It's like just craziness to me. I did make up a batch of blueberry muffins. And a couple days ago, I had one, to be honest. But yeah, so this blender food processor from Ninja, my favorite thing, is like driving me absolutely nuts. Because with my stainless steel pot, because I feel like that's holding up my show. So let's see. Yeah, he was actually, Jason Evers. It's your channel, Mel. You can say whatever you want or not say whatever you want. Yeah, Bob, it's a little bit ticked. Not last week because I wasn't live last week. The week before, the moderators had to put up with so many trolls, and I'm pretty sure I knew a few of them. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my brain around that, because usually I'm that person that's a straight shooter, says it like it is. You like it or you don't like it. But I just feel like with all the crap that I've gone through, I just don't have it in me. And like, get yourself a life. Like, if you move to Florida, then be in Florida. You know what I mean? That's what I have to say to that. I pray the mortgage company has insurance for what is happening to their customers. Yeah, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And I do always say this. I'm going through what I'm going through right now, but someone else is going through something worse. And that's that. So I have to do a lot of soul searching, and I have to go back to working on myself, because I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be dealing with full-blown panic attacks coming back after beating that after 17 years. So wish me luck. Lots of prayers. Sad about my chickens, but they're in a good home. Hopefully, occasionally, maybe someone would be nice and I could get some updates on the chickens, but maybe once things, I don't know, I need a miracle. Once things get situated, I'm sure there'll be another time I can get chickens. I'm just gonna miss them, that's all. Yeah, you sure did, Paul. It was like not last Sunday, it was like what, the Sunday before that? A lot of trolls. And I think 3 of them I knew, to be honest with you. You know. So, that's that. You can do it. You know yourself and know the pace you need to go at. I'm starting to not really feel like that, though, Jason. It's more of like total fear comes over me, and I haven't had that in forever. Yeah, Tiger, feel free to do that. I talked about some comfrey and why it's great in the garden. We were discussing beans, what's going wrong with a couple people's beans. You can plant a sunflower in it to pull out the toxins in the soil. Do not ingest comfrey. You know, do your own research on that and consult a doctor. But the comfrey that I'm referring to is for like sprains, bruises, and breaks, or like, you know, how you harvest it and how you can use it as a living mulch in your garden, or you can use it as, hold on, I might have a brain fart. You can steep the leaves and turn it into fertilizer for your garden for anyone that may be, you know, struggling on, because so many different channels will say, use this, amend your bed with this and this and this. And I learned a lot from Pam when it comes to comfrey, and I did a lot of research, and absolutely, when I had a long conversation with Laura and was telling her like the benefits and how I think she should have it around her fruit trees, you know, so she actually can reap what she sows. And, you know, comfrey just digs down deep, and it's just great. You can harvest the leaves, chickens like it. You can mix it with honey and olive oil 4-to-1 and use it for your skin. You know. But they do always say sometimes like harvesting the leaves are better in the spring. But if you didn't harvest them in the spring, I think you can harvest them before the plant blooms. They could be harvested in several cuttings and dried for later use. The roots can be dug up at any time as needed. Leave behind part of the roots, encourage continued growth and additional crop the next year. This is why I'm saying it's the plant that always keeps giving. So that's a little bit of what I spoke about in the beginning. Yeah, I love gardening and I'm having a hard time. I'm missing it so bad. I know. I do need to find myself again, Fran, but I just wanted to be honest. The idea that God is good is a good place to begin. Doesn't matter what anyone has ever told you about God. What do they know? But if God is good, then you can find a way through. Honest to goodness, every day in that vehicle, I prayed to God or put my hand on the Bible that Debbie gave me to get me through another day. Or I just can't believe some of the situations I got myself out of, considering, you know, I didn't even know I had a concussion and think I'm just numb and shocked and just have not come to terms or dealt with my grief over my dog. And yeah, it's just hard. And Brooke job put amen. Okay, so we're almost there. No, you're a lot stronger than you realize. But you know what? Then I'm going to stop right there. Even when I was married to my husband, he was always like, you're a rock. I feel like someone that I'm very close with knew I just got here and didn't even think for once, like, maybe my body's exhausted. Maybe I'm just beat. Maybe I just need a hug. It's like, maybe I didn't want to go anywhere. It's like, oh, I guess I'm just looked at exactly like that. That I'm the strong rock and can survive everything. Okay, Paul says, Mel, you're a lot stronger than you realize. We've seen your strength in all your troubles you have battled in the last 3 years. God only puts this test to show your strengths. That is so true, Paul. But I said that. My mother-in-law used to say, never question God, but I've done that. How many more tests do I have to be put through to see if I'll actually survive it? That's the thing here, folks. I've been through it all. And I'm now just starting to feel like I'm crumbling a little bit. Hello, Ed. You've been through a lot in the last few months. Well, actually years. You'll find your way through this, hopefully. So just wanted to be honest. We're reading a lot of different verses. Of course, I read the part, an eye for an eye. Sometimes those of us who've been through, hello, all our lives do actually break sometimes. I'm there now. I'm tired of being strong and holding everything together. That's exactly right. And I'm really sorry for everything, friend. You know, sometimes saying sorry can't take it away. If I could give you a virtual hug through here, I would. You know, but sometimes that's just all it takes is for someone that you trust or care about to be like, okay, I get it, I understand, I'll cut you some slack and maybe give me a hug and, you know. Yeah, make sure you go over and check out Ed's page, and that's where we're at. So I don't want to keep the moderators on any longer. Wish me luck. I'm gonna, well, what I've been doing a lot of is drinking a lot of water and trying, and tomorrow's Monday and tomorrow's a new day. I'm not trying to make enemies with anyone. I just need something. A real friend, you know? And so tomorrow's a new day, and I'm going to try to apply some of these things into my, you know, into my day, and maybe some journaling and things of that nature. So let's just hope that I can get the channel back up and running. I would need a miracle for that food processor slash ninja. Well, it's a blender with the food processor, and it came in a cup. It was all together that I paid for. Apparently is mysteriously missing, and I need it. I need it in order to keep the channel going. So I don't know how I'm going to pull this one off, but we'll have to see. Let's see. You'll have to resend it to me again, Ed. After Katrina, I saw a sign up someone's yard that said, lay down and bleed for a while, then get up and fight. Great advice. Whoa, that is so deep. I actually just said that to someone today, like, what am I supposed to do? Lay in the bed and just cry all day and not get up? That's amazing. Wow. Lay down and bleed for a while, then get up and fight. Great advice. Wow, that is so good, Tiger. Leave me in my DM, Ed. I had to go. It's the end of everything, refusing to believe a lie, to find a path to truth. Not a comfy journey, but sometimes you just have to know, and those are the roughest journeys. Yep, very good. And Robin, please make sure you can remember that for me when I get off this live. Or text it to me, because I love that saying. That's great. Yes, Paul. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Get yourself some rest. Feel better. And hopefully to see you next Sunday. Just laying down most of 1/3, working it out. Thank you, Jason. You've been amazing tonight. Prayers for a good week for all you wonderful people. Good night, Paul Honeyman. Thank you, my friend. Hopefully you have a great, great week. And hopefully we see you on Sunday. Thank you, Ed. I'm just trying to wrap this up now. Laura says, good night, everyone. Have a great night and a blessed week ahead. Be safe, everyone. God bless you all. I cried all day Thursday. I don't recommend it. It made my sinuses, and oh, that's a shame. Brook Trout, you are going to have to really figure that one out. That is horrible. I will be thinking of you and praying for you to get through that mess. Miss Andel, love you as always. Lots of prayers are needed, Miss Andel, sincerely. Good to see you in here. Have a great, safe week. Mel, you're in my thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much. The whole world is going through something depending on where they are. That's exactly right. And that's why with, what's going on this month with mental awareness, it could be anything, so be kind. Don't throw rocks at glass houses. You never know what someone's battling, Eating strong medicines, like what are you eating better with these? It's good to see Miss Ann down here. Ace, good night all. Hang in there, Mel. Things will work out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Father's Day again to all the dads and the mamas that did both jobs. Love yous all. If you're watching this back, thank you so much. If you want to see a little bit more, not the other facts I gave you, but if you want to see a little bit more on the medicinal factors of Comfrey that I spoke about earlier, it would be in this book. Absolutely. Fran, you too. Laura, love you to pieces. But anybody that watches this back, the medicinal side would be in this book. But the gardening aspect would not be in this book. But that's just my recommendation. Deeply, sincerely love you all. Lots of prayers. And everyone stay safe. Suzanne, thank you. Nice book. It really is. Jason. And thank you, Jason, for everything, really. Thank you, Laura. Good night. Brooke Trout, thanks, Laura. Good night, good people. Have a good week. Remember, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Amen on that one. I will see you all next Sunday. Please make sure if you're new here and you watch this back to not judge, like, subscribe. Would love to have you here. And on exhale. I know, I was taught that. Don't burn your brain. Love yous all. Thank you, everyone, sincerely. Laura, give me a ringy ding ding. And yeah, I will see you next Sunday. Have a great, safe week, everyone. Lots of prayers for everyone and anyone that need it, because everybody is always fighting some type of battle. So, love yous all, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.